Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Jin's Treasure YouTube channel. Um, this will be the second live broadcast for this channel. Welcome back. And what I want to do today, two things really. There's two purposes to this channel. There's the how-to tutorial for wire wrapping, then as well, just kind of my journey as a content creator. um, I think that what's unique about my channel is that it's still in the beginnings. And if you think of the influencer, whoever comes to mind with their specific channel, something that's well known to you, and they have thousands and millions of subscribers, and they're already successful. They're already set. Um, my channel will be different because if you click on them, it's difficult to dig back far back into the archives of what was producing on that channel, uh, even as recent back as a year. I mean, if you try to dig, the further you dig back, it's more difficult to find, and that's because they're content creators. They're creating content maybe once a week, once a day, and these as they build momentum, they get more and more subscribers, more and more views for each time that they publish. So the what I'm saying is, like, if they were producing videos, well, I'll use myself for example. It's I've been doing this for about a month, and I'm pretty close to 100 subscribers. Now, what I'm saying is, if I continue to do exactly what I'm doing and put the same amount of effort that I put in this month for next month, the projection would be that because I already have 100 subscribers, I'm starting out stronger than I did at the beginning of last month with 0 subscribers. Um, so it will be, theoretically, it will be actually easier to get to reach 200 subscribers. Um, it should be able to, if I'm consistent with what I'm doing, it should be. It should happen faster. It should happen faster, and then by the time I get 200 subscribers, then 300 will be no problem. And then you just keep putting the same amount of effort, and it's like the snowball, the snowball rolling down the hill, picking up more snow as it goes, and it gets bigger and bigger, and it's kind of the same concept. So I want to go over that's one thing. I want to go over the you know journey experience, sharing for you what it's like for me to be a content creator. It's really, in the beginnings, it's a lot of starting out slow, and I think that I have this patient mentality that's kind of works well for that. um, I think that what makes a lot of people give up after, 3 days, if even 3 days, maybe they post one video, and after 24 hours, they say, "Oh, well, it's only got 13 views, so I'm not cut out for this." Well, yeah, you're not, only in the sense that you gave up right there. The real trick, I mean, it's an easy secret. It's just keep doing it. Come back the next day and do it again and see, okay, well, even if you only get 10 subscribers, that's less than the first video. So then you have two videos to compare, and compare and contrast and say, well, maybe this video got better views for, maybe the visual quality was better, or maybe I had a better catchy title. Doesn't matter. You invest the time into trying to analyze and understand this, and um, you're basically studying the algorithm, this non-human entity that just, the idea for YouTube is, the purpose, the goal of this YouTube algorithm is to get as many viewers, kind of steal from TikTok, especially because TikTok and YouTube are at war right now. And so it's a battle for viewership, the amount of content, getting the views. So what am I saying? I lost my train of thought. We'll get back on that. That's not a big deal. The second thing that I want to show you how to do, it's pretty popular. I haven't actually done a video for how to yet, but what I want to do, let me see if I can do something about this sun. Of course not. That's all right. I just wanted to show you this pretty golden tree made from wire wrapping. And I'll actually, since it's right here, I'll just show you. This is actually a bigger one. The same concept. It's just like a winter tree with no leaves. I have seen them. I have seen them done with like maybe like emerald chips that are drilled or something, so that it has the illusion of leaves. Or I've seen, like a bonsai with all the chakra colored crystals. Um, what we're gonna do is just kind of the basic with just the wire. And what I'm gonna do is I found this nice river rock. It might be a little bit of serpentine in there. It's got a green complexion. Um, and for those who don't know, serpentine technically is toxic. It's poisonous to your skin. Um, the story that jumped out at me would be just to be careful with serpentine, or be mindful of the crystals that you're using, especially in their raw form. Like selenite in its raw form. I don't know any other form it comes in. But anyway, selenite, just a little drip of water, and it just splinters apart and it ruins the crystal. Learning from experience. Um, Anyways, and so the serpentine story I want to share is this guy decided he wanted to get his driveway done in serpentine stone, and he was doing this project on his own. And even though he had a gas mask, it's such a toxic poison that when he was buffering it, and it became dust particles of serpentine that he was inhaling. He dropped dead in his driveway before he even finished the project. So that's kind of a lesson of, be mindful of the crystals, respect the crystals. And anyway, so let's jump into it. I got here kind of like my scrap wires from old projects that from the past, like building earrings or whatever. And these are just kind of the excess wire. Um, And then what I was thinking is maybe this is like an old bracelet. This is like the first attempt I ever did at like a copper bracelet. And you can see like it's just kind of nice, but also ugly at the same time. And it's just kind of definitely over time, it's faded into that kind of poopy brown, um, rustic copper. But as well, it's just kind of a lack of experience with this one. But, you know, you know. Um, that's just kind of how it goes. Sometimes it's trial and error. And so what I'm doing is just kind of untangling these wires. Um, I'm trying to go for an all copper theme. I've done it in the past where it's just a mixture of copper or brass or just multicolored wires, and it does not look as good. Um, a bunch of what I have here is these are like old, um, I guess cages. There used to be a crystal inside and it was a pendant, but it was, again, it's earlier work, so it's not that great of quality. And I decided I'd rather just save the crystal and rewrap it. Um, So I have a bunch of straight wires, and then I have a bunch of these guys. And maybe if you come up with an idea of something to do, how to recycle those, uh, leave me a comment. And because I'm interested. I have a bunch of those, and they're just basically like copper wire rods that are just all tangled up. And I haven't figured out a function to do something artistic with them. And as well, I have a bunch of these kind of just spirals in this little junk box as well. So I won't spend too much time untangling these wires. We have a job to do, and that's I want to show you how to do the wire wrapping while simultaneously just sharing with you the story, the journey. If you're interested in becoming a content creator of your own, maybe you like to cook and you want to have a cooking channel or something. Even if it's wire wrapping, I welcome the. I don't see it as competition, so I won't welcome competition. But I encourage you, even if your niche is to wire wrap, get in there, get it done. There is nothing stopping you. I'm certainly not stopping you. Um, okay, looks like we have a good amount of wire, and I'm actually going to be ready to begin in a sec. Just double checking. All right. So the first thing we're gonna do is looking at the. This is like the base shape, flat. So if it was flat, this is what it looks like. And what we want to do is get a wire that kind of creates a circular loop, slightly smaller than the area surface area. I don't forget my math terms, but slightly smaller than the shape, we'll say, of that stone. And what we're going to do is, actually, I like this one better. So with this wire, I'm going to create just a simple loop, nothing fancy. So what I did there is just create a little hook, and then I'm going to create a hook on the other side here, and then just use those two to latch on to each other. And then using my pliers, just clamp it down so that it can't get undone. All right. So now that's not coming apart, and we got our little loop. It looks complicated, but it's not. It really isn't. This is probably one of the easiest things to do. Maybe just a little bit time consuming. Um, and what I'm doing already, so I took one wire and I'm just wrapping it around just to get it attached. Right. Um, Nothing too complicated yet, just yet. All right, so you can see there I got my wire tucked in. It's all wrapped. There's no loose end sticking out. And then just gonna keep going along and doing that until you kind of get this full rotation with all these lines coming out. It's gonna kind of look like a sun, like a kindergartner just drew a sun and wants you to put it up on your refrigerator because you're proud of the artwork. Be proud of your kids' artwork. Come on, guys, support your kids. All right, so I got two on there, and I'm just gonna keep going. Add in the next one. And while I do this, I'm just gonna transition into back on the journey And I'll share with you some of the experience tips for getting your viewership up, because right now that's my priority. Oh, by the way, so my last live feed, it was as well on this MacBook, and I was um, kind of irritated at that because my impression was that once I reach I don't remember what the goal was, maybe 100 watch hours or something. My impression was that after 100 watch hours, um, live would be accessible, but that did not include mobile live. And it's kind of, why did they do that? Um, I'm sure they have a reason, YouTube. I'm sure that YouTube has a reason why, but I'm not so invested in investigating why. It is what it is, and that's the facts. I'm not in any power to negotiate or tell YouTube what to do. Um, so here's the deal. YouTube is offering content creators paid gigs once they reach. Um, there's a and B requirement. A requirement is 1,000 subscribers. That's just across the board. You have to have 1,000 subscribers. In addition to that, now that YouTube is expanding the YouTube Shorts in order to, you know, how to say, put forth efforts, war efforts in the war against TikTok. Um, So YouTube is really promoting that they are paying their content creators. So you have to get 1,000 subscribers, and then in addition to that, with the YouTube Shorts, it's like you can get 4 million views off YouTube Shorts um, in a matter of a week. And I know 4 million views, that really sounds impossible. And I mean, in a way, it is. Uh, it is in the sense that you're not going to be able to just get that one. Maybe you will. Honestly, I mean, what if some crazy stuff happens on the street and you just happen to catch that on camera, World Star, and post that up um, onto a short? Then that viral video will bring you much success. But if you don't get that 1 in a million shot, then there are ways to get 4 million views off shorts. Studying the shorts, here's a few keys with the shorts. Right now, through the YouTube Shorts is actually the bulk of where I'm getting my subscribers from. So I'm kind of heavy focused on the shorts, even though they don't really serve either the purpose of sharing my journey um, as well. It's tough to give a whole tutorial in a matter of 20 seconds. So there's some difficulties for me to accomplish my overall goal, but as well, a secondary goal is the viewership in order to expand the reach. Um, And so, in order to do that, YouTube Shorts is the way to go. And so, you can see now, we'll just take a little break. I've just been going at it, and it's exactly what I said. It looks like a third grader's or 3-year-old kindergartner's art project. Isn't it funny? I'm thinking about it now. Isn't it funny that, what is with that cliche that there's always this sun? Maybe because it's a easy shape for kids to draw or something. But kids are always bringing home their artwork, and the sun is always in there. They always find a way to put the sun in there. It's funny, It's like here's my family members, and then the sun, and then a line to represent the ground that they're standing on. That's every kindergartner's artwork ever. Um, so check it out. These guys, they're pretty short, And so I don't know that I want to use something that's short. And I'm tempted to pull some wire that is not just extra wire, but we'll we'll skip that for now. So now what I did there. Um, so I've got my loop here. Just smash the rock right on top, right, and then we are just folding all the wires up, kind of giving it like a hold, like if the copper wires were a fist. All right, and then from there we're just going to twist. And then just twist enough so that it's like nice and tight, and all the wires are wrapped in there together, and then we'll get a little bit more intricate after you've got that established where it just kind of is self-sustaining. And what I'm doing, there's these two little 24 gauge. I mean, the rest of my wires are thick, but there's these two little 24s, and I'm just gonna wrap those because they're also shorter as well. So I'm just gonna wrap them around just to tie it. So now it looks like a turnip or beet. Um, and then from there, I'm just gonna arbitrarily picking two random wires, and I'm twisting them around one another. And they don't have to be perfect twists or anything. In fact, it actually kind of adds to this organic style if the more the less perfect it is, which is why I'm just kind of doing these random bends. Because I mean, if you go outside right now, you can look at a tree. There's not one single tree branch in the entire existence of trees that is perfectly just a straight board across. So that's why we add these little waves to give it that that authentic look. And then here, so check this out. This wire is pretty tall, so I'm actually going to clip it about halfway down, and then I'm just gonna actually with the little with a little hook. Then I'm just gonna kind of slide that under one of the wires so that it's wrapped, and then reuse this. Right? And then I'll select these two. And then actually there's only three wires left. So instead of wrapping two wires intertwining, I'm gonna actually intertwine all three wires. And then after maybe an inch, then I release one wire. I'll show you what I mean. See how all three were getting wrapped in here, and then one wire shoots out. Now there's only two wires, right? And then I just keep wrapping those. And then now you can kind of see where it's going from here, right? So now I can do the same thing. Curl a little hook, and then just hook that into the bottom there. All right. And then you just kind of keep going like that. Keep adding one after another. And those are the basics for how to get the tree. I think I've got the momentum for you started. And we're going to cut this live off in a little bit. I may do like a secondary and continuation video for this, but it probably won't be live. I just wanted to get the live out and done today because after watching my first live, it's definitely cringeworthy. But I like that. I like that because it was literally my first live ever done. And so it was kind of supposed to be bad. I mean, there were points where it's like like when I walked away to get the water, it's just like super unprofessionally, like clearly almost intentionally bad. But it's yeah, it's intentionally bad in that sense, as a test, trial and error. I mean, this is all there's never gonna be like that one that's like study, 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 and then this one's the test. No, they're all studying, they're all progression, it's all homework. Every single live is a learning and teaching experience. And that's what my kind of inspirational message for people who are interested in content creation. But um, they were kind of conditioned through school and tests to not accept failure, and that's fucking crazy. That is fucking crazy because we're humans, we're not perfect, and when we put so much emphasis and attention into perfection, well, let's just say it's a cultural thing for Japan, and Japan has the highest suicide rate uh, because of the stress of needing to be perfect and how it leads to depression and decay of mental health. And um, I probably will get into a little bit of that later on. I definitely want to address my own mental health issues. Um, it's just a matter of me trying to like I'm comfortable talking about it, but it's also like this is live. This is broadcasting for the world. So I have to think about like what really is okay for me to share with you guys and open up because I want to be completely open and honest, but that's kind of like not really what the purpose of this channel is. Um, I'm here to teach you wire wrapping and inspire you, motivate you to get out and do whatever it is that you're afraid to do. Because this is that thing where I've been thinking about doing this for 5 years, and it's only until this last month that I actually started doing this. And so I had 5 years of excuses of like, oh no, couldn't do this. I don't have that right software or all that stuff. Da, 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 da. And you know, I realized a month ago that if I'm not understanding something, it's okay to just walk away and come back to it later. It's not like this 9 to 5 job where it's like, no, you got to keep working, keep working. Like, forget that whole mentality. I mean, these are old things, these are old systems that have conditioned us, and they're kind of in the way of humanity's progress, in my opinion. And that's going to be the how I end this. That and thank you for watching. Love you all. Keep pushing. Stay in motion. Peace.